Good lord, I need new Knuckles controllers. Or a new right side Knuckle controller. Oh no, I didn't charge my Knuckles. Oh shit. Wait, not all of my trackers are tracking. Why? Let's see here. My goodness. Oh no, sorry, Bits, I can't join you today. Alright, shit. $40 FPS. Okay. You got mango. Mango sounds good. Oh my gosh, my screen keeps freezing. Can it stop doing it? That'd be great. Oh, is it Access Overlay is doing that? Okay. Oh, the UI is in a bit of a weird spot today. Maybe in a face mirror today. Oh my gosh, this is freezing. No clue how to fix that. Hopefully it'll just stop and we can continue. What's going on over there? Huh? Okay. Ready.
Well, did you? Do you feel like you've resolved the problems in your life?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you definitely have a better handle on life than I do. Maybe share some wisdom?
Wait.
Oh, I got a new model. Nice.
What was the it that Briar said that one time.
Or his hair is like super different.
Oh yeah, fuck bitches and become a tree.
Oh,
What?
What was this in reference to?
oh.
Wait,
Okay.
why did he say that?
I don't know. He wanted me to turn into a tree for some reason.
Out of all the
Look,
professors
I gotta
you could have
get
quoted,
back to a thing. Do you have
Okay.
any other comments about your alleged involvement with anything else?
no comment. No comment. Maybe you can talk to my lawyer.
Who's your
Hello,
lawyer?
would you, if you'd like to talk to my client, you'll have to make an appointment.
He
Client?
came to talk to me.
I'm sorry, no further questions. Please, go about your day.
Well, I gotta go anyway, so ah, jeez, never mind. I got it. Oh,
Hmm?
I didn't have time to.
Oh my god, I keep turning! I'm gonna kill my controller. A client must be some sort of tree. I'm gonna actually use that. I'm gonna use that.
Hi, Hoshi. Hi, Hoshi. Nice one.
What?
Fucking Wraith. I miss my red game. Can't wait until it gets into summer.
What the fuck
Cause,
is that? Pixel?
We might go
Oh,
out
hey,
and
Ray.
do something as a squad today,
You know,
after class.
meow.
I'll give details later.
Yes, hi Hosh.
Are you okay?
You may be seated.
Right.
The
They will be having a
drift is
lesson.
gonna
I
make
believe
me
we have some fairy
fucking
mail, so I will
have.
let that actually happen first, because I believe we have a bit. But while they do so, the professor here will explain is us a bit of a lesson today. If you're ready.
Right. We'll be meeting back in the same lecture hall on the left, and today we'll be covering the first half of the cultures for the upcoming visit to Fallbrook. There ended up being quite a bit more background information that I believed was necessary for the vampires, so theirs is being split into a first part.
If my faculty and guards have nothing else to say. Very well, you're dismissed. Get to class.
One for you too.
Which lecture hall?
What?
The same one. Okay. Are they here?
Do you need
Vic,
I don't think I can help you.
I'm gonna be going out to do this thing that you wanted to include everyone else with.
Nerves, first aid.
Set it up however you want.
Thanks, team.
Oh my god.
Big day, big day. I'm a subwoofer. Got an exciting morning. Gonna get better.
Sounds good.
What? You're talking with your
Indeed.
Do you know what we'll get you?
We're going.
What the hell? Not going out with me. He ain't going out with me.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
Which hall did he say we were going to? I actually didn't. Yeah.
Fucking, I don't think they said, so we're just going into 3.
It's an entire door like this size, completely filled with bees. It's kind of scary.
What the hell are you talking about?
I bet that's very really great dealing with that.
I think
The bee there.
after class, if you have
You had no reason to do that. You didn't need to do that.
Don't worry. It gets shorter here. It's fine. Just
Yeah.
just only look at this section and pretend it's normal. It's fine.
Yeah. Hmm?
You may.
Can't believe our seat's been taken.
I'm going to sleep.
What's the girl's place?
Oh, my seat taken.
Snooze, you lose, Stark.
My seat. My poor precious seat.
This is your natural space over here.
Yeah, I etched 7 different times. He's talking about us.
Right.
Oh, she. Oh, she. Oh, she. Oh, she. Oh, she. Oh, she.
Hoshi, by the way.
Okay.
Damn it, you remind me.
Get like a little.
My sister, Rosa.
Mind if I have she here?
Whenever the flex decides to
Oh.
let her live.
Enjoy yourself.
We're good.
I can't believe she is dead.
Right, it's
Oh
fine.
no.
Actually, I wouldn't get mass. Well, technically, no. I do have a lot.
Hopefully she remembers what classroom we're in. She's going to have to run all the way back, since the portal's gonna pull her.
Oh.
She'll eventually come
The
back.
Flux's minion took me away earlier.
Oh.
I hear like a lot happening today.
Alright, I believe that looks like just about everybody.
Oh, goodness. We're gonna be there.
I'm ready to learn.
I'm gonna kill my controller.
Okay, this is still like
I already have a giant dead zone on it. I have a dead zone set on
Alright.
it.
So, hello everybody. Today, I'm a little bit more excited. This is actually a little bit more of what I was interested in teaching. I'm very interested in the cultures of the world and the different ways that they interact and have developed over time. So, especially covering the vampires is going to be very interesting, given well, different influences that have occurred over time, we'll say. Now, unfortunately, the Darklands are very aptly named. They are both murky in appearance, dark the contents of their ancient history, which has obfuscated quite a bit of the past. However, I do believe it is important to understand at least a little of a culture's history and background in order to really understand them and why they are. I will go into a very brief synopsis of what we do know. So, quite a long time before vampires, there have been humans in this region, specifically north of the Cliffs of Faust in the Darklands. And they were mostly a cluster of smaller kingdoms. Not a lot is known about them, however, there are a few that are historically relevant, and as such we know a bit more about them. We have Agmarwun, Nosferet, Van Goth, Lucius. These kingdoms comprised from peoples, of course, but they were also influenced at times by migrations northwards from some of the different, more pagan cultures who are of a different kingdom south of Faust. One that some of you all may have heard of, Camelot.
What does pagan mean in this context?
There is a very long and bloody history of conflict between the pagan Camelot as well as some of their neighbors and the more pagan of the Darklands. And these conflicts often spilled over into borderlands, with pillaging parties venturing south and swiftly being attacked position and repelled back into the north. Eventually there were, through armed force, some treaties formed at the time that sort of were mostly respected. Mostly being the emphasis. And remember, this is all before vampires even existed. Different. I'm clarifying that because there's another set of treaties that's similar. But
oh my god, I'm
around
freezing
the year
so
150,
much.
there was a baron of Nosferet named Vlad, and he rose to prominence primarily on the back of his staunch resistance to Camelot and their policies, and for frequently breaking those treaties and pillaging and attacking south into Camelot. During several of these battles, he inevitably died. However, posthumously, he was the honorific title of the Dragon, making him Vlad Dracul, or Vlad the Dragon, among his own people. This is relevant because Vlad Dracul had a son. Information on his early life is also very murky. However, different reports place him as a political hostage being raised by various families in Camelot, perhaps, or maybe one of their neighbors. However, at some point after his father's death, he escaped and returned back to Nosferet. While there, Vlad II reclaimed his family's titles and began a very bloody campaign, basically picking up his father's work, attacking Camelot and then eventually turning on some of the other barons of his own land who were trying to oppose him. He ended up uniting Nosferet.
Jesus is canon now.
And, well, the efforts of Vlad II earned him a more grim honorific among his own people for how he treated his prisoners, those who resisted him. Vlad the Impaler. This is around the time period where we start to get into the first vampires. And now, again, as I've said, information around this time period is incredibly vague. We don't know how the curse started. We don't even know exactly when. And we don't know who the first vampire was at all. However, it is known that among the first, within the first few years of the curse coming to be, Vlad was one of them. And he took full advantage of this curse, along with slowly afflicting his followers and his people. He turned his sights from Camelot and quickly conquered the other kingdoms of the Darklands, uniting them under Nosferet. This war eventually spilled southward, along with the plague being spread, into the lands of Camelot and the others south of the Cliffs of Faust, and this is what is known historically as the beginning of the Vampire Wars. I know you've all been taught a little bit about the Vampire Wars, so I won't be going into too much more detail from there. But that is at least how they came to be. From there now that we have a bit of an understanding of their general history at least, I'll begin moving into a bit more of the culture. As some of you have probably heard, vampire culture is very heavily based in decadence, indulgence, and the arts. Given the fact that they live for incredibly long amounts of time, as you might imagine, they would get bored, and also with long life comes great skill in their various crafts. Vampire crafts are considered some of the highest quality in the world because of this, rivaling even the elves. Vampires are also very prone to indulging in their decadence with various rituals and holidays and festivals and things. Amongst these, the blood moon is one of the most exalted. On the blood moon, extravagant hunts and feasts are often held, and at the culmination, when the moon reaches its peak in the night sky, there are festivals that will spill into the streets. Similarly, eclipses are also celebrated, especially if they occur at night. Partygoers will often don intricately designed parasols in order to block out the sun to observe any eclipses that occur during the day. And these parasols are woven with patterns that represent some of their ambitions and expectations for the coming year, sort of as a good luck talisman of sorts. There's a whole bit of political intrigue and a bit of a game with spies trying to catch glimpses and interpret the weavings that are on rival politicians' parasols for political gain, of course. And it's sort of played up as a bit of a game every year. Further, a less commonly celebrated form of
but all
party amongst
eclipses
the
occur
vampires
during
are
the day.
grand masquerades.
Shh.
As you've probably heard, vampire society is very rigidly structured in a social hierarchy from the lords of the council all the way down to the lowest thin blood. However, at masquerades, given the anonymity, a lot of these hierarchies and expectations fall aside as everyone stands as equals anonymously. There are often tales of political intrigue and reckless debauchery on those nights that just spill over and get exaggerated every year as the tellings sort of get more and more, well, debased in a bit of a show of one-upsmanship every year. Speaking of that hierarchy, to touch into that one a little bit, vampire society is very rigidly structured into a hierarchy that is rarely strayed from outside of some social events. And at the head of the society is the council that sits in the Black Citadel. This council is led by the 4 elders, each of whom have 2 lords
There we
and
go.
ladies that they have
Steadicam.
either
I guess I have to
of
remember
their
to
own
turn on
line,
Steadicam.
be they born or turned.
Wait.
And as I said, they rule from the Black Citadel in Nosferatu. These 4 elders can trace their heritage back to the first 4 kingdoms that Vlad the Impaler conquered. These being Stygian, Martiella, Armea, and Laishe. Sorry, some of the pronunciations are pretty complicated. Beneath the council as well, each of the 4 kingdoms has their own courts of nobles and lords and their own political interplay based on vaguely on the structures they held before the wars. As for lower on the run,
can you take notes for me, chat? I am... My head is glazing over.
I'd actually like to call Cadets Chipz and Cadet Heinrich to the front, if you would, to explain the differences between full and half-bloods, if you would, in your own terms.
The difference between full and half-blooded vampires. I want you to explain it.
I forgot everything. Can we take video notes?
You wish for us to explain what, exactly?
The differences in the hierarchy between, in the social hierarchy between, full and half-blood, turned, etc. I know there's a lot of distinctions, but they're a bit more beyond my knowledge.
Can you all hear me?
Can I get a core loading in chat?
Correct. No.
Loud and clear, Vic.
Yeah.
Alright. Purebloods and half-bloods are separated into an hierarchy. I'm a pureblood, which means I am born of 2 other purebloods. I was not turned. I was born a vampire. Half-bloods, however, are turned. Chipz is a half-blood. Purebloods are seen as superior in every way. Half-bloods are not.
Though half-bloods can be cuter.
Yeah, I guess you said that, King.
Keep telling yourself that.
There are also thin-bloods, which are turned by half-bloods. This is looked down upon, as the spread of our kin is dangerous. Anything else, Professor?
I believe that'll be fine for now. I might have some more questions about other topics later, but I have those penciled in my notes. You can sit again if you want.
Someone from Chip's Discord explained that pagan means anyone who's not following
I don't know
the
if it
main
matters, but
religions.
just to add, it does also depend on who bit you. Sit down now.
Yeah.
Saying the Saya matters.
Right. Well, into the next little bit. Despite what some might assume, there are more than vampires living in the Darklands, even beyond Faust. The land is perpetually shrouded in a thick blanket of clouds.
Yeah,
keeping it
the
in shade,
non-Christians.
formed by some ancient
Oops.
spell long ago.
I don't get caught with my
Which doesn't make it the most hospitable,
unmuted and
but
accident
there are many
off. So
humans that still live there. Those who descend from those who lived there at the time, who were never turned, perhaps, or even some who've migrated in. That's a little bit less common, though. These humans are very carefully protected as part of the agreements for their protection from the creatures of the Darklands and from other vampires. They pay blood tithes. I believe it's biannually? Maybe 3 times a year? I don't remember how often. But these blood tithes are basically the lifeblood of the vampires, as without them they would not be able to sustain themselves as they have under the restrictions of the treaties, without, raiding south or anything like that. Anything that threatens to damage or complicate this arrangement is usually very swiftly dealt with by the vampires themselves. Any rogue vampires or feral vampires, or even in some cases there have been hunters who've caused some problems that I've heard of. It will be very swiftly retaliated against to ensure that the security of this blood supply is kept. On that, though, that actually brings us into some of the specific terms of those treaties.
He said something about
As some
blood
you
made
probably
of
have heard, at the end of the
ties.
Vampire Wars, there was a series of treaties that were written and signed by both sides, and they've been upheld by the Cross-Allied Forces since its formation as well. To clarify, this was long before the Cross-Allied Forces existed. Yes, but these treaties basically regulate how and how many vampires can turn, as well as the legal requirements they need for permission
Bunny?
to feed on
Oh,
a
Bunny,
living
yeah.
person. One of the other important aspects of these treaties, however, is the blood tax. The blood tax serves a similar purpose to the blood tithe in that it's a method to collect some blood to help supplement the supply up beyond the cliffs of Faust. Anyone who wants to enter the Darklands through the gates of Faust, which is the only way to get in without getting immediately, murdered by the dire bats I talked about last time.
They have tie farms
will
where they
have to
grow their
supply a
ties to
donation.
drink their blood.
Of that blood. It is important to remember that, by the terms of these treaties, no vampire can take your blood without your permission. Some of the more audacious vampires might ask, but whether or not you accept is, well, that's on you. There's technically nothing wrong with it. There's no risk of disease or being turned, as long as it's done properly.
Done properly.
I don't know how many of you would be willing to take that one, but you can if you want. As for the other terms of the treaty, I'm not familiar with all of the rules that regulate how vampires must behave south of the Cliffs of House. If Cadet Heinrich and Cadet Chipz, either of you have any comments to add about the treaties that you think would be important?
Sure. To not cause another war, these taxes are needed. And abided by. As I said before, thin bloods are the worst of us, besides ferals.
They can't.
If our kin is
they
to
can't
spread,
steal your blood.
The more holy.
Adverse effects from a bite. That must be lupus.
So we refrain from doing so. Rules on it that we are only allowed 2 childs. People to turn. And I, their sires. Anything to add?
Not much to add other than to tag on to what the professor was saying earlier. My personal opinion, don't give your blood away. Like, if this is supposed to be a prep class, there are so many intricate things that lie within that process that'll make it easier for it to happen again, that I'd highly suggest not to engage.
He is correct. There are similar vampires of my skill that can trace such blood, if you are to give it. Vavina, did you have a
Does this
question?
include if it
What was that
fed
about
upon
tracing
and
blood?
not kept in any other way?
The more powerful Mancers, if they were to feed, it has been known they can trace you.
Thank you.
Oh, if they have your blood, they take your blood, they can find you?
That is all, Professor.
Huh.
Rise has a question.
Oh, what do you say?
Can't fucking hear me.
With us going to Fallbrook, is there any reason that we'd have to worry about potentially being pressed for either of those blood taxes or tithes while we're there?
I believe Fallbrook is exempt from the tithe and the taxes. You're not actually going past the Cliffs of Faust to get there, so you should be fine.
You will get a few beggars.
Know your rights.
They trace other people's art with blood. The art community really hates this.
As Chip said,
What the fuck?
do not give your blood freely. If there is
I swear to
anyone
God, if I
ask
say
for it,
any of your guys' chats out loud in RP, I'm gonna fucking die.
Right, if that's all the questions. I will. You can sit back down if you'd like, and I will move back into the final section, I suppose. The final section is
Is the face cam disorienting
More-
when with this shit with the
more of a touch on
smooth
things that
cam
we could be
on?
fighting that are vampire related. Hopefully we won't have any issues with this, as they're usually, again, taken care of by the vampires themselves. However, it is possible that we could run into some feral
Finds you?
vampires.
Okay.
So, I guess to go into what are feral vampires. Vampires that have been starved for a significant amount of time will often begin to experience a deteriorating, degenerative condition. Their mental faculties will fail, they become dizzy, disoriented, and aggressive, and eventually they lose a lot of their higher cognitive skills. In this state, they're driven primarily just by their instincts to survive, to hunt, and to feed. These are feral vampires. Feral vampires will often begin developing animalistic, bat-like traits as their condition grows worse and worse. Their skin will become leathery, Their eye sockets will sink and become hollowed. They'll begin to lose their hair. Their fangs and claws will lengthen and grow. And at extreme stages, they can even begin to form wings and tails. Feral vampires can be killed by staking them in the hearts, same as all other vampires. They will turn to dust. They can also be decapitated, burned, and purged with holy or light magic if it's strong enough and consistently applied. If their condition grows too great, however, and they have indulged and engorged in this state, a feral vampire can become a full-blown Vargeist. Thankfully, from what I've heard, none of these have been encountered south of the Cliffs of Faust in some time, at least not in recent years. However, they are incredibly dangerous. If you do encounter a Vargeist...
We're gonna fucking meet a Vargeist in there, aren't we?
You just retreat. Don't engage unless you absolutely have to. And even then I'd advise only doing so with the entire academy present. There are special squads of vampires that are known to hunt down Vargeists. And they're only known because sometimes, very rarely, they fail. And even when they succeed, their casualties are usually high. So we will not be engaging any Vargeists unless the entire academy is present, and we absolutely have to. Otherwise we will be avoiding an encounter. Other than that, I believe I will end the lesson here. We will be having a similar, but probably a little bit shorter, lesson about the werewolves and vampires of Fallbrook, or werewolves and humans, rather, next week. If anyone has any questions or wants to hear anyone else's questions, you can remain here and ask them. Otherwise, you can leave if you would like. Yes, Stark.
Do the feral vampires have any ability to turn?
I believe they can, but they don't come out right. I believe they come out feral, correct?
Correct. Thin bloods.
Yes, so any bites should be very heavily cleansed and treated. Flora.
How can tell difference between feral and Vargeist?
Well, you'll know.
Vargeists are far, far bigger. Their faces have usually contorted into sort of a more of like a bat's snout with a much larger jaw that can open much wider. Their fangs are not just the 2 points, they're rows of jagged teeth. And as I said, they will be much bigger than a feral, even a feral that has developed wings.
Oh,
usually, again, and double their size, perhaps. So they should be recognizable.
Almost like a predator staring at you.
Gavin.
In the case of running into feral or Vargeist, and obviously you said the best choice of action is to retreat. If they've already noticed us, how fast are they and what's the best methods of retreat? Because obviously I know vampires are already good at running.
For normal feral vampires, you should be able to engage. If you encounter Vargeist and you are being actively engaged by it, I would abandon retreat for the moment and attempt to blind it if you can. Blows to the head, blows to the eyes, especially if you have light or holy magic. If you can get close and scold their eyes off, you might be able to retreat if it's disoriented and stunned in that way. They do have some echolocation. However, if you can impair their eyesight to that degree, it should be alright. Trying to find somewhere that's outdoors where there's direct sunlight. Vargeists and ferals can actually be killed by direct sunlight if they're left out long enough, and they avoid it if they can, so if you've already injured a Vargeist and you've retreated into direct sunlight, they might not follow.
So if nothing else, if it's already actively engaged in you, it's best to bunker down and be defensive and potentially have someone would guess run for, if we have a runner, possible to try and get the rest of the academy to help while we try and
Yes.
slowly retreat.
Yes, if a squad has been pinned down and is actively being engaged, it will be up to the call of the commander, Commander Barian. However, it is very likely that we would mobilize literally everyone present, and we would probably try to get as many of the town guard as we could as well, and we would attempt to move on the location so that you could make a retreat, if possible. Again, it's not something we would want to face with diminished numbers.
Understood. That's why I wanted.
May I, Professor?
We're gonna fucking die.
Yes, if you want.
To touch up on Vargeist more. They are much larger than ferals, as Professor Neum mentioned. However, their talons are as long as swords, their hides thick as plate. But what makes them most dangerous is their aptitude for magic. Think of a large wyvern, or dragon, dare I say, that can cast. It is recommended you flee. However, with ferals and Vargeist, they're far more susceptible to divine and light magic, and the sun. Keep that in mind.
Right. Any further?
Believe Coretta has a question, I believe.
Right. Yes, Coretta?
Will we have any supplementary material to review for the laws and societal norms of the area we're going?
I will be touching a little bit more on that when we get to the werewolf and the human section. The next class. Their customs are more applicable, mostly the human. At least for the region that we will be in Fallbrook.
We're dead. Someone's gonna die. So Vargeist, I swear.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blurt it out loud, but what you said that Vargeist can cast spells? What sort of spells should we be on the lookout for?
Dita is asking what sort of spells they can cast. Think of the most powerful dark magic. I wouldn't say instant death, unless you fail to run.
Scary.
But no doubt, think of what you've seen from me, and multiply it tenfold.
Giving yourself a lot of credit, Victor. Hey.
Those things have had time to feed longer than Victor's probably been alive.
So yes, any other final questions?
If Victor can drain from one wound, I think can drain
I believe
from
that is
another.
everyone then. Alright, you are all dismissed then. And if you think of anything else, I can answer it at the beginning of the next class.
I'm more concerned about the ferals, honestly. Get stuck in a group.
Oh, and anyone who missed... anyone who missed the last class, as I said, you can catch up in the book. There was a new book added to the library if you were to check that out. We should have let anyone else who might have missed the creature's lesson know.
It's a good idea to fight the crossbow again.
Chipz.
Class is over.
Oh, and a few
Okay.
names. I could give you
Bar
some
guys
skill
sound
tipping
scary.
notes. I've been
I was thinking of wood tipping,
Mm.
actually.
Yeah, they are.
Have you seen them before?
Just as well. But at least if you steal your covering vampires and lycans.
True.
You don't want to
That
see.
would have to pay a blood tax.
That's for sure. Some extra.
The planet was my concern.
Blood as well.
That definitely wouldn't go over well.
That's good that, you know. Priority
That being the case,
switch to magic.
They probably don't care what it is.
I don't really think they care. It's still the matter of they will be having a
Do you want to speak here or someone else?
I should have taken that opportunity to charge my controllers. Shite.
You're gonna be okay.
Oh, yeah.
You were dozing off a lot.
Yeah, I just haven't been sleeping.
Yours is just like hot chocolate.
You know, when you don't sleep, you know, you get I mean, the drony voice, and then it, like this hot in here, and this safe atmosphere. You know, and then you're just like, yeah.
I know the feeling. Maybe being up and about a little might help kind of stave off the sleeping. I don't know.
Definitely. Hello, Hoshi.
Hello.
Hey, sister.
Technically, I can take a nap, actually.
Nice to meet
I
you.
don't know if that's rude to call you that.
If it'll help you, then...
Unless you go there.
Why would that be rude?
Some people do not like to be called cute. It makes them feel small and demeaned, condescended.
Well, I am small.
Which one's the real one?
I just do not wish to condescend you.
Okay.
But
Just kidding, I forgot you're medical squad. Don't take me serious. I was just kidding.
How do you like the school?
Oh, when you're kidding around, you know.
It's nice. It's a shame I have to
Most of the
leave
time.
tonight, though.
Oh.
I just... I do worry, but that's because I like when you're...
Have you visited the tree? The big tree.
Yeah, you too.
The tree?
Oh, hello.
I don't think I've even left
Front
the ground.
entrance.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't think so, no.
It's gonna take a...
I only left for that one time. The guards and somebody else for the Manticore tracks.
You passed by it, but you probably didn't look at it too much.
You've got to
I
visit
had a
the
few
tree at
other things,
least.
So I had to look the other way. I'll be sure to.
Hoshi,
Yeah.
your team is meeting up outside.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
There's been tension up north for a while.
I don't know where Hoshi went. Oh, wait, never. There she is.
just there, yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Yo.
Hoshi. We're not sorry, not. What's up?
So, I was assigned to check up on that, well, not really assigned, but I was given
Yeah.
the allowance to look at the, hole out in the middle of the forest in front of the school. If you guys don't know about that, there was a burrow that we found. And there is like a 60-40 chance that it's one of my own people. So, I'm gonna investigate that.
Oh, I remember.
I remember too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we were all there for that.
I mean,
When were you guys moved out?
when would you like to?
Let's gear up. 5 minutes. Meet outside the front.
Just to be totally clear, the goal and objective is not to kill the thing.
I figured as much.
We
Even
couldn't
if they get
counter
lost,
that bear
just let
again,
me
though.
handle it. It could just be a display.
If it's out where we were when we, I don't know, things might be scared off from the area.
Up to you. Gear up or not.
I'll get my gear.
Meet
I would
outside.
advise getting geared up regardless, just in case they jump you or something.
Mm-hmm.
for student only.
Student.
Right.
Yeah, it would be kind of contradictory to somebody who wasn't.
Meet up at the Phoenix statue.
Hmm.
The more monstrous they are. For instance.
Lux is trying to take my ass at. Stop! Suck.
What about that morning?
Have you seen of our guys before?
I have, yes.
They're super, super scary then?
To most, yes.
Did you fight it?
It can't be that bad. Have you seen the worms in the bottle?
No.
I would liken them to the worms.
Say that one more time.
Forces of nature. I would liken them to the worms, actually. In danger.
Those worms are... I see.
I have not been to the worms.
If the estimations are actually the same, then technically the worms would have been weaker because it took approximately 6 or 7 students to take one down.
Just to give you an idea, the guard there, Inquisition, have a worm in a giant pit that they like to kick people in.
Oh, you're talking about the mother one. Yeah, that took the whole school too. As for the creature that we're gonna be possibly seeing, in case you don't know, it's a beetle kind, which, if it's one of my people, they will be very honorable. They probably won't engage in outward hostility. They'll give you plenty of warning, although if we're inside of their hovel, that could be different.
Bird.
You suspect it to be a
It is
bird.
their territory. Highly, yes, it's about a 60-40% chance.
And if they aren't?
Where?
Then it's a highly intelligent bug and we still have to talk to it anyway.
Noted.
Did Chipz fall asleep
They're...
again?
He's preparing himself. Don't worry.
I mean, I am potentially worried that could have happened. It's not because
He's been doing it a lot.
he was dozing in and out of consciousness all class. He has not really been fully present since we brought him back.
Is he good enough to go?
No.
Oh, here he comes.
I think he's coming. Just keep an eye. Okay, that is everybody.
Hey, hi.
I see both Victor and Chipz got in a model update.
How are you feeling since you know?
A little thin, I guess would be the best word. But
Well,
mainly haven't been sleeping well.
from the sounds of what we're doing, the end goal is hopefully not to have anything to engage out there, so this is more precautionary wearing stuff in case there's other stuff.
Okay. Eyes up,
I'll
keep
repeat.
guard, but we don't need a formation. Just stay together.
Ideally, stay as close to me as you can. I'll repeat for you. If it is one of my kind, regardless, it is a highly intelligent insect of some kind, particularly of a beetle variety. Beetles, where I come from, are very honorable. They will usually give you plenty of warning that they intend to engage in hostilities. Only few examples of otherwise would be if we could be getting close to their nest, getting close to their hovels, which unfortunately we are. But in general, they might understand common, they might not. We are trying to make sure that all of my people are able to do that. But again, it could just be an intelligent insect and be completely unrelated to me. So, we're gonna go check it out. Stay as close to me as you can. If they can talk, just let me handle it, even if it's not Bugkin. I know how we work.
Very well.
And just to make sure that somebody knows that we're going out to do this, so they don't panic about several people leaving the barrier all at once.
I did tell a guard to tell the teachers.
Okay. That should be good enough.
Alright.
Now that I think about it, do we have permission?
I was given permission
So we don't
a
pause
while ago to do it. But we can go and quickly get direct now permission to do so.
I'll go ask someone.
Chill time.
I mean, with the things that have happened as of late, it's probably. I'm not saying anything. It's just they're probably extra worried about people going out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a manticore on the loose.
Manticore.
Who knows what you
that
could run into?
Big thing from before. If we're going back to that general area.
I don't know whatever happened.
That if it's the same direction, there's a whole streak of just ashed landscape. They might be extra worried about people going out that direction, so it's good to check.
Maybe.
I mean, with a full group of people, it's probably good. But,
doesn't hurt.
Rather than being sent out alone, I hope they don't do that again.
Hopefully. I recognize you're going through a particular time right now. So if you need more time, that's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
But please, I'm not gonna ask any more after this point, so I'm just gonna count on you to follow through at some point. The talk that I wanted to No. But that's okay. Like I said, you're obviously going through some stuff, so...
Bird.
You're ready. Watch out, pigeons shit everywhere. And they will not hesitate to shit on you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hello, Mira. You know, they might react positively to you. Because there was a bunch of those slimes right in front.
You mean become friend-shaped?
Very possibly. Well, friend textured, friend tasted.
Good enough for me.
So what's going on with you? Oh, she.
I'm thinking. Yes.
Yes, that's all that's going on. Just yes.
Oh, I'm thinking about what's Heller next?
Oh. Do you have like a set of goals?
When I get a chance, I'll probably talk to some teachers about different magic-y stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be specific, that's alright. Or if you just don't know.
Oh, I don't really know. Oh, but I've been talking to Briar a bit about darkness dispelling magic.
Oh. Briar knows that, huh?
I guess he does. He said that I need to understand dark magic users.
Ah. So, dark magic dispelling, not dark with the N-ness.
It is
Dispelling.
supposed to be darkness dispelling, but he said that I need to understand dark magic as well.
Understanding dark means the user to go up to there. It's kind of similar to something, the same principle stuff that me and Gavin have been working on. Understanding those two.
Staff Blazart is going with us, as well as
Oh,
Blake
okay.
here.
Gotcha. I'll give a general warning. If it is one of my people, I'm going to be acting very differently. Don't react too much.
To update Blake and Professor Blazart.
So we'll wait.
Listening to Laguna, if it is a Buckin, most of all. She will talk her down if it is dangerous.
Oh, I've also been using it.
Actually live nearby, like normally, instead of just by themselves.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Do any other people live nearby, like normally, and not by themselves?
Like Bugkin? Living by themselves or with groups?
Oh, no, like, well, yes, like in groups. Are there like groups here that are like not by themselves?
It depends on the Bugkin. There are hive species and then there are solitary species. Beetles are more solitary alongside mantids. Termites are hive species alongside bees and ants, things of that sort. And of course, mine is solitary. Except for in niche cases where we have, like, communes with girls.
Girls. Women.
Girls. Women. That being said, Bugkin pairing up and working symbiotically with other species isn't irregular. Spiders are quite fond of frogs, for instance. Protect our eggs. Eat other things that try and eat them. It's great.
Friendship.
I should slow down a bit.
Have to do a bit of walking, is little ways away.
Well.
And last I remember, I was off towards the left, based off where we had come in from before. That was that area that we had looked at.
This is where Victor rode the bear.
What? He rode a bear? What?
Another tale for another time, and from the cadets themselves, if they wish to tell the tale.
As you all enter, the forest itself seems to be feeling more alive again. The bugs, the wildlife, seems to have come back again.
Well, this is better compared to last time we were out this direction.
It smells nice.
Hear things.
Much more nature.
Gross.
I prefer hearing things than having it be dead silent out here. That's honestly more unsettling.
Definitely.
Oh.
We don't need. Thinking out loud, realizing it's fine.
Boba is freaking out.
This way, I believe. He was up over this way and closer towards the mountain face. I think there was like an overhang that it was underneath.
Right, yeah, I see it. To the right of here.
Right, yes.
And a little outcropping. They're tasty. What?
Oh, there it is.
The slimes are back.
Beetle?
I think I see them.
Oh.
Oh, watch out for the slime, guys. Remember, they were hostile when we got close to their stuff.
I didn't remember them getting hostile to me.
Well, they kind of just bounce around like
Is that
hello.
an Onikabuto from Genshin Impact?
Anyway, I'm about to engage.
Leave the mushrooms, move quickly past. Let's give some space to Vivina, but be available as necessary.
Oh my god, it is.
I'm going to have you enact the surface code. Speak in common for the rest of this evening.
Very well.
What are you doing here?
I have been residing here for a time.
So close to this academy.
I was not aware what this place was. I did not expect to see you here. Did not expect to see any of us here.
It is really odd to find one of you here. So I'm going to be direct. Did my sister send you? The Queen.
Alma.
Well, this might not be a good place for you to make a nest regardless. I'm sure you felt what happened here not long ago.
Yes, many creatures, many things. They do not disrupt me.
Mayhaps not yet. But I cannot advise you staying here. Are you the only one?
Yes.
Why would you be the only one?
Oh no, Ribu.
You wandering so far away from your mates, or potential mates, is irregular. Allow me to be blunt.
And my fellows died.
Finally.
Now I am here.
And what is your task exactly?
My task was already performed, and it has nothing to do with this location.
Then why
I
stay?
simply did not want to. I completed our objective, and then chose not to return. I sent word ahead. That was the final terms of what I was sent for.
I'm hoping I'm not mishearing you. When you said that you would not return, are you meaning that you're severing?
I still hold faith with the Queen. I simply do not want to. I am not worthy to continue service.
What happened?
So he completed an objective and didn't want to return?
We were sent to check an ant colony. Very deep underground. One of the deepest. We had lost contact. Me and a small group escorted a diplomat down. They were not living anymore.
The Hive
The
or the
things
messenger?
that killed them came back and killed us. So I left.
What were these things?
Nothing that I've encountered before or heard of. It didn't look like these service dwellers. They weren't Budkin. They weren't dwarves.
Ice, do you see this? It's an Onikabuto. Demon beetle.
They were vicious warriors, though. Tore us apart. It was not much of a fight, and there was no honor in it.
Where is this colony?
It is much further towards the sunrise, and then up towards the north. Very deep underground. It is not nearby.
Doesn't threaten the other colonies.
It was one of the deepest colonies, so it hopefully should not. I always thought that
Is this a better angle? No, I can't hear him anymore.
Unfortunately for you, whether or not you are unfit to serve the Queen is not really your decision. You are still alive. You are still useful. For instance, you bear critical intel. If there was a creature that was able to fell an entire ant colony, of all things, that is information that is vital to us. And as such, your service is not done. You are to remain here, where I can easily access you. Is this understood?
Yes, Spider Eyes.
Good. There may be humans who come by. Humanoids and other surface folk. Do not eat them.
Understood.
You may protect your things. Those are yours. They do not own you, and you are not their pet. But it is possible that we might be able to enlist their aid in identifying these horrible creatures. So that we may get stronger and fell them properly. It is very unlike a beetle to simply take a battle lying down, and to not try and implore their own wisdom. You should reflect on this. I understand that the loss of your brothers, sisters, will weigh heavy on your heart. But you cannot let that felling stop you. It hasn't stopped us before.
I hope you are right.
Of course I'm right. I'm Spideris, sister of the Queen. Do not doubt me. For to doubt in me is a doubt in the Queen as well. And if you truly believe in her, then you know that you are still of use. There is still strength in you yet. Do not give up. Is there anything else that you wish to mention?
The creatures came in a horde. Were to our tactics.
Intelligent. Good to know.
Some were fleshier. Others had show. No two were alike. I can't be more detailed than that because of how wildly varying they were.
Was there any of them that seemed to be a leader?
The ease they rendered Arcaden.
Was there any sizzling when they branded you?
No.
No cracks or popping?
Just the chitin.
Very good. I am going to remind you that exiling of oneself outside of the Queen's word is still considered treasonous. We are not allowed to just wander around the surface idly. Or else we may be able to grow freely without restriction. You understand this, yes?
I do.
Then do not make the mistake again. You are very fortunate that it was I who found you, or else you would have likely been put to death.
So they don't want other bugkin going
I am
free?
going to mark you now. If any other of our kin find you,
So they don't, I guess, so they don't strain relations with other races?
and make sure to spare me. You are now working under me. What is your name?
I am Kito.
Kito. Kito, this is my squad.
Keto the beetle?
Hi.
Hello.
Greetings.
While I should never, rather they shouldn't come and interact with you without my jurisdiction, you can assume that any word that comes from them likely comes from my own as well. But I will always come through with a password each time. It'll be a word of ours. None of the common ones either. So keep that in mind. If others come and they speak our words, then you are to help them with the best of your ability. Surface kin or not.
Very well.
Good tidings to you. And I wish you many more battles. And many fiends.
Kifisk, thank you.
You are welcome. That'll be all. Oh, actually, one more thing. Why next to the slimes?
I was keeping the mushrooms to eat. Apparently the slimes like them as well.
Do you protect each other, or do you take from their food?
I would say it's more they take from my food, but I grow more than enough.
Understood. Very well. That is all. We may leave.
Start heading back.
Cool, purple bug. Bye bye, slimes. Hmm.
You were nice.
They were grieving.
A deserter. Here.
It was a bit shocking.
Are deserters not common then?
No, they aren't. Which means that whatever it was that he thought shook his conviction enough to fear punishment.
Do you think we can trust him now then?
Oh, I have no doubts of whether or not I can trust him. It is very beetle-like to assume that they could have beetles, on average, tend to know more than most bugkin, so to go up against an enemy that they do not know and to be beaten so shamefully, it makes sense. Especially when you take into account survival's guilt.
Oh, is it because of the honor that you
How
mentioned?
they described it?
That was a lot of questions all at once. What?
Sorry.
You first.
You are saying he is self-exiling himself.
That was what he conveyed to me, yes. He thought that he was worthy of service. I told him, respectfully, that that wasn't the case. And also that he didn't have the power to exile him.
Oh, okay.
That isn't something that any individual can choose.
What are they doing?
Huh?
My initial guess is training.
Likely.
Maybe they got bored running around the Coliseum.
No, that would make complete sense, Pochi.
But did you have any sort of idea based off what they said? It didn't really sound like anything I know.
About what attacked them? No, not a clue. I'm gonna see if I can get Nerali to get them to sketch out an idea of what happened, or what the creature is. Or at least a couple of ones that come to their memory. Even if they're all so variable, we should be able to get at least some kind of idea. Looking at whatever the hell it was.
It's not something we have to worry about over here, right?
Well, one would hope so. But if they were able to take down an ant colony, especially a deep one, so bear in mind, if it's a deep colony, there's probably ants there that are bigger than me. That's
Bigger than you?
Yes, way bigger.
They did say it was far from the academy, though it is worrisome if accurate. Still worthy of investigation if time prevails.
So here's the thing. It's an intelligent force that fights in swarms. And yet, it is something that my people haven't known about. And if there's one thing that we know about, it's other swarm-like creatures. Them to appear out of nowhere and to take out one of our grandest colonies, there is no telling how many there are, where they are, because this is just one instance. And if it wasn't for that beetle, it could have been silently taken out, and we wouldn't be any the wiser.
They said it was more northward, though. That is a
Well, they
direction
said
that we
Northeast.
somewhat
Northeast,
traveling
yeah,
in.
because they said by the sunrise and then north. So yeah,
Northeast.
Here.
That's exactly what.
So would that not be
Oh,
the
lovely.
direction we're planning on going? So we could be potentially going that way
Oh.
during our travels.
Definitely something to worry about, in my opinion.
Hopefully it's not anywhere near United Sanctuary. Maybe we're south of it, but still farther away. So hopefully something we won't have to deal with Fallbrook, but again, something for the future.
It is very likely something that we're gonna have to deal with in Fallbrook, but that's just my senses of things.
Fair enough.
It's a giant swarm of things, and which, by the way, they took out an ant colony, which means that they're hungry and on the prowl. You're gonna see something.
Who's to say they won't take out the fire ants in Hallmark?
Either way, this is a Nell problem.
Right.
At least as far
For
as
now,
Magnet's
it
basis.
is trying to get as much out of them as you can.
I'm not gonna go to them the same day. They're already pretty, pun intended, shell-shocked.
Right.
From finding me, of all people, alongside.
Professor, it may be opportune we inform Headmistress so she can inform the rest of the cadets. So the beetle isn't attacked by any of them.
Yes, I will attempt to submit a report to her and go from there, yes.
Well, hopefully people aren't just going out there on a regular basis, given how far you have to go.
Hopefully not, but it still would be better to inform and ensure rather than assume.
Right.
Absolutely. Especially, wouldn't it be a disaster if someone did something, especially now that you've absolved them? Probably best to make sure things are all kosher here.
Which, again, as a reminder, no one should be going to interact with the beetle without me. Or at the very least, unless I give them a word, at least.
Yes, indeed.
So yada yada, that beetle is under my protection, and if you attack them and or kill them, it'll make me look bad, then I will have to take political action against the school, so let's not, thank you.
Yes, let's avoid a diplomatic incident, I agree.
It was interesting seeing a bud can be sides Beasling. Quite different.
Yeah, Beasling is a bit of a different case, yes. Most of the time they're like me in my spider form. Giant bugs. But sometimes you can find things in between, occasionally.
What was his name again?
It's easier to repeat in scent.
Ketel?
I remember hearing...
It was some sort of K. Yes, K.
Is it Ketel?
Keith, something along that lines.
I'll translate the pheromones.
Hello.
Hello, Ignis.
Hello.
Hello.
We were advised to meet up with you all. We are going on an expedition out into the forest to investigate what has been described to me as a destruction of some of the wildlife out there.
Oh.
There is one of my people out there. They're a beetle. They're next to the slimes. Try to leave them alone if you can, but if you do approach, just simply say... No, this will just be simpler. They won't attack you.
They're looking into something different.
Pheromone.
Understood. Thank you.
You are very much welcome.
Good luck out there, guys.
Thank you. Is there anything else we should be informed of?
Tito, that's what the name was.
So we do not interfere with your work. We were told that you will be investigating the caves.
We
caves,
just came
no.
back from there.
There's
From
a
the
Pacific-
area,
If you
at
go
least.
to... Oh, there is a nest of a beetle next to the slimes. That is all of my purview. That and of course the beetle within. They will inevitably travel out to get food.
I believe all we're checking on is just the plant life in the area outside. We shouldn't interfere with
It
that.
is. I was gonna say it was the area that once you've kind of reached the area, if you go off to the left, that's the general area you'll likely find them. If you're going elsewhere, you're probably not going to run into them.
I remember you guys took care of the water, securing the water when we were out in the Outlands. It is past that cave that the natural aquatics were guarding. So it is a little further past that, at the shore, slightly in from the shoreline. So that general area.
Understood. Should we meet
if you
them?
do
We
see them,
have
don't say
your
Fahrenheit.
scent as well. I know.
Just making sure. They
You reminded me of
might,
Paul.
yeah, they might have reacted poorly to that. But
Oh.
again, their name is
Sleep well.
Beetle. Like beetle, but with a k.
Keto.
Alright, make good to head on them.
Thank you all for the information. We will make our way then.
Stay safe.
I have to like take off.
Your hair?
But, like, no, like
No.
I have to get into like a zone. How I interact with Bugkin and how I interact with you guys are very different.
I see.
Court
kind of
etiquette
picked up
in a
on
shape
that.
and form.
A lot of things.
I'm not good at the formal stuff.
It's well, for my people, it's less formal and more just what you always do. It's you could consider every Bugkin interaction to be courtly to some measure. Measure.
Me and more than likely Lavina will be
But it's not
debriefing,
actually courtly. It's just
the headmistress as necessary.
I've never been in
if
a
we
court.
We're able to make contact with the beetle. Don't mess with it. Continue procedures that we had set up. Don't try to engage. We don't want any sort of diplomatic incidents. Nothing of the immediate from the information we were gathered, but it might be something for the future. We'll need to perhaps investigate just because of the nature of the information.
Understood.
Yes, I will. But yes, stick to the procedure of do not engage, do not approach unless absolutely necessary.
Understood.
sorry, I had to listen to that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm glad nothing had to happen.
I'm well.
I mean,
I would have
I was
rathered
mostly
him just.
I was keeping my eyes up in case the big thing that was up on the cliffs last time came back.
Yeah, I was keeping a similar eye for that thing as well. Yeah.
I was way too focused on what I was doing, admittedly.
Well, that's
Dancing
why
with
you
the
have other
slimes.
people there.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I appreciate you.
Nothing against the beetle. I have a little bit of a fear of them.
Fair enough.
Yes, we're quite used to that.
Flames like the morning. So.
No, like, I don't.
No, I understand.
We don't.
Oh,
okay.
Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I was over by the slimes. He was
Ah, that's
okay. You know.
Oh,
Just keep-
No, I getcha.
Maybe if those ones could talk, it would be fun.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are
it would be
not
very
talking.
interesting. In general,
Also,
it's...
they absolutely are right. Those mushrooms are delicious.
I think they can understand you at least, because when I said that I wasn't going to touch their mushrooms, they were just kind of like, oh, okay, and then kind of went the other way.
And they're cute.
It could have been a,
It's kind of,
when people
I'll
are...
look into it.
it picks up on intent somewhat, but I don't know.
There's
I can't
a-
remember what Mom and Dad said.
So, mammals, all of you, release pheromones when you have different emotional states. That's usually what animals pick up on. Bugkin are very similar. But we have that actively included in our language.
What if somebody is just so void of emotion? How does that work?
It's like talking to someone with no eyebrows and no body to make body language with.
Understood.
Curious.
No. That you think, but actually no.
Cadet Vivina.
Yes.
Would you like to debrief the headmistress in person, or would you simply like to add or write a report up to be submitted, and then I will review and add as needed?
Is there going to be anyone who's going to be in that area outside of that squad?
Not that I am aware of the immediate.
I can handle it in person then.
Well, I would like to be present just to clarify and...
That is fine. If the headmistress is unavailable today, however, I can be flexible and just send a report, or give one in person another day.
Let us see if they are available. If not, then we will go from there.
Very good.
We should see if we can take care of that now, I suppose.
Yes.
That's your horse cheating. That means you lose.
That's what I'm saying. You're touching like the floor at this point.
No, then I would lose.
They smell your fear, Sniffa. Oh my goodness. I can probably go for like another hour. Yeah.
What is all that math?
It's not like magical, it's just our physiological.
form.
That's why we have
Yeah.
5 technical forms.
Hello.
Lycan form, this form, human form. Over when I'm all furry, but not big. And then little form.
I think
And then sometimes you're a pancake.
Pancake?
Silent. You do not hear anything.
Yeah.
And then we have.
Sometimes she's a pancake.
We have fuzzy
Mm.
I'm coming to
Look at
warn
her
you
dance.
guys that the guards made a giant pigeon, so look out for giant shit.
What?
Question: is the pigeon need to be dealt with, or is it just don't fuck with it?
I don't know. You know how pigeons are.
Up to you if you want to
I
shoot
know
it.
how it will be.
That never happened.
The
enlarging and shrinking circle to one
So
of the
you
new
decided to
green
make
tabs.
a bird large?
We were enlarging the apple and
more
it kind of
effective
flew in
than
there while we
Terrell.
were doing that. Before we realized that it had enlarged and flown out.
I don't think there
Show
was
you
really
later.
a reason to show what it is.
Oh no.
You just say, hey, this is a circle that makes things big and small.
Oh boy. We just need to put the pigeon back in the little thing.
He's knocked out.
Woman, are you okay? Yo.
To medical, I guess. Someone grab. Oh,
Yo.
oh, he's up. He's up. He's up.
It's okay.
We still have the predicament of the ginormous pigeon.
Oh,
go get it.
Actually, in that direction. Actually.
This is my first save. We're already creating new breeds of pigeon.
We might.
Come on, boy. To make you small. Okay.
They're not gonna have very much luck with that pigeon, it looks like. The problem will solve itself eventually.
Wow, she wasn't kidding when she said she was having headaches. You know that's me.
Oh.
Oh, wait. She's got there. She's getting it.
Yep, here it comes. Here comes. I'm dying! I'm dying! Alive! I'm dying. I'm just gonna sit here. Gonna learn
Welcome
that
back to
today.
Live Living.
Thank you. Not dead yet.
Trying to think of ways to train my anger and rage safely. So when running, Gavin was helping Doris with concentration, but I don't know how to start. Because I always need someone there, just in case I don't lose myself. I don't know.
Are you trying to figure out ways that you don't need someone?
Moving in a direction. Whatever. They're here.
Mm.
You fucking idiot.
They made a big pigeon.
Hello. Yeah, we saw a big pigeon.
Hey. Would you
Hello,
know
what
which
do you
way
mean
it
it's a big
went,
pigeon?
perhaps?
What is that?
Did it go that way?
It's right there.
That's a
What
big pigeon.
pigeon?
Boys, get the
What pigeon? Oh, they made a big pigeon.
Oh, that's really tough. You can't
Why
feel.
did they make a big
You can't
pigeon?
feel a pigeon.
The guards made a big pigeon. The students didn't do it this time, it was the guards.
Don't hit me.
I will hit you.
Don't hit
Oh my
me.
god, teacher on teacher violence.
fucking hit you.
Teacher on teacher violence.
It will be in a moment if he's not fucking careful.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
Oh no.
Don't do that, you're injured.
I don't fucking care if I'm injured. If he, I will get
All
you.
I need to do is jump, and you can't see me.
That's fucked up. That's
Hey,
fucked
it's
up.
just true.
It is kind of fucked.
You were talking. You
up.
almost. You threatened to hit me. That's it. All right. You. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on, Sting. I'm enjoying the
You need to
negativity
talk.
though. It's really it's giving me.
It's oh no, it's not negativity. This is jokes.
not
This is we're
negativity.
just joking
Oh, yeah,
with
no.
each other.
Absolutely.
It's merely jest. There's no negativity at all.
Oh.
Oh my god, she's ankle biting. Oh my god. No.
You're making them see. Oh, never mind.
Let's go have a talk.
Enjoy your talk.
Bye-bye.
Thin ice, bitch. Thin ice.
Is this-
That's a big ass apple. How the fuck is that pigeon carrying that apple?
Oh
Holy
my
fuck.
god.
The things in this location.
They could fucking.
Huh. Their wings must be very strong.
What is going on with the big birds and the big apples and the? Well, then again, I had a giant banana float. I guess I check. Never mind. Actually.
I don't know. I just assume that people just are finding stuff to do, creative ways to use magic, and that
They're
was
showing the
it.
new guards
They
the
did it in a-
enlarging thing.
Good. Good on them. Using
Do
magic
they
for
have
fun.
salt on them? Don't they need
important.
salt?
Salt isn't that hard to come by.
I mean, yeah, I guess not. Maybe, I don't know.
You just go to the cafe where you guys stay. And,
Oh,
can
I
have
heard that they just if they make fun of each other, they can have enough salt for it.
Like how me and Nisha
Well,
were
I think
doing.
that's. I don't think that's it's a consumable salt. Or is it iron? Am I thinking of iron?
Hello, Professor.
There's salt on iron. I can't
okay?
I give
How's
up.
your day?
Why am I at this school? Ugh.
Yes.
Because you're
Overall,
cool?
Just first
What are
day.
you doing over there? What are you doing?
Aw, thanks, Hoshi.
Hopefully nothing.
I mean,
Well,
so
you see,
that
there's
giant
this
apple
pigeon.
wasn't okay. Go on.
They were showing me how the circle works, and the pigeon kind of flew in and became really big. So we caught it, and it's back to normal.
Is that like a growl or a purr? I can't tell.
Hello. What?
You're new.
I am.
Did that pigeon just
Transfer.
what?
That pigeon just blew up. I saw that.
Oh my god! What is happening?
Just fucking died.
From my alma mater too. What a day.
Good luck.
Is there just bird ashes here?
The cadets.
I don't ask questions.
What's your name?
How's it going?
Yes.
I'm Gilligan.
I suppose.
Transferred.
I have a question for you. We go over there.
So you have a headache.
Sure.
I could have sworn I saw a pigeon fly by. Did you see it?
No.
Sometimes I get headaches too. What face?
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just talking to the cadet here.
Oh, this is new AOD. Happy Steward.
Could the professor?
I've met them before. Oh.
I
should follow up with Lieutenant about this. Lieutenant, report.
びっくりした。私は
Really, nothing
長い仲
happened.
間です。 Cadet Morali Lagamora.
I knew these cadets were,
A pleasure to meet you.
were talented. I'm sorry, what was her name? Indeed.
I'm Nerali.
Nerali. Pleasure to
Yes,
meet you.
Nerali.
Nerali. Oh. Well,
My little platform, leave me alone.
Serve and protect and all that. So, if you need anything,
I'm
feel free to
short.
grab one of us. Unless it's pigeon related, don't drag me into that again. Anyways,
we need to go.
And what might your name be?
I'm Hoshi.
I'll catch up. I'll catch up.
All right.
I'm having a really hard time hearing today, apparently. It's new helmet and all. What was that one more time?
I am
With a
Hoshi.
P? Poshi?
No. Oh.
Hoshi with an H.
Oh.
I think my helmet's on too tight.
Mm.
Pleasure to meet you, Hoshi.
Be careful with this one. Ew.
Oh, if it's iron, maybe they need to check their armor.
Oh, true.
We need to go catch up.
Am I ready?
What?
Also, I think dinner.
Something
dinner
wrong with
time's
my
here.
armor?
No, it looks
Oh.
spotless. It looks clean. You've been maintaining it pretty good.
Time for
I
dinner,
only had
I
it for one
guess.
day. I'd hope so.
I could. I think recovering. Go on.
Look, I'm all for it, but when was the last time you all had
It's
It
too
appears to
early,
be.
right? I feel like it's early.
Well, it
No,
appears
it's
to be
dinner.
there.
You
People...
keep that away from Jamie.
Huh? I thought this would be yummy, but it's hard to bite into.
Oh, usually people put butter on there. Now, in some locations I hear they put butter, mayo, and like cayenne pepper and some other stuff on it. It's really good. But yeah, it is hard to chew into because you can't bite all the way into it. You just gotta get like the little knobs here, like this piece.
Oh. Okay. Hum. 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 Hum.
Yeah, definitely try butter and salt. Sent in that request before they took that down.
Double the height everybody takes.
Again, lift your knees, going up the stairs.
Hoshi,
Use reduce on DOS.
where are your other team members?
I'm not sure. I can look for them if you want. Oh.
Pretty sure he had a list
That would be
back
much
there.
appreciated. I would especially like to talk to
Is not crossed off.
Rana Arashi. I don't understand
Rana?
which name she goes by.
I'd like to say,
Okay.
you know what?
If you find out that he has done any such thing, please let me know and I will
You know, I might need.
make him regret it.
Okay. It'll make sense eventually if we put them back in the circle and like cast it, but for now he wants to know what the world feels like to be small. I'm teaching him how to be small.
I respect that. I really respect
Alright, what are
that.
you feeling?
His answers may leave a lot to be desired.
I want to try a steak at this size.
Speaking of, I would like to.
I would like to ask you some questions. You are so popular today.
No.
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 Whenever you're free, I'm also looking for your other teammate, Rana.
So they shrank ours too.
She was at the
Stadium.
We were at the arena. Oh no.
I know he's drunk.
It's all yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Give a description of the bucket.
Oh, it's a little smaller than Vivina's spider form. It's a purplish kind of blue color. Has a large horn in the front and a small horn on its shell. Has two purple, I guess like stripes going through its eyes.
he has a
It's
symbol on
pretty
his back,
obvious.
doesn't he?
It's very blue and purple. Yes, there's some
We see a
symbol on his back,
different
but I
one
don't
than the
remember.
other fight,
Yeah.
Or, I guess.
If you see a different one, just ask Vivina.
Understood. So is this
Big purple beetle.
What kind of
Oh, their name is Keetle.
beetle? Okay,
Keetle.
Keetle,
Like,
the
so instead of beetle, you put a K in the front. So Keetle.
Okay. Thank you, Cadet.
No problem.
Coretta was looking for you, by the way.
Okay.
She's in the cafeteria, so she'll probably see her.
Speaking of.
Oh.
I heard you were looking for me.
Hello.
Hmm?
Yes.
I have been told that you also gathered some samples.
Hello. Should I come back at a different time? Well, I have some somewhat distressing information to give because I believe in giving information, but it can wait.
Well, if it's urgent, then we should know. I think it would be more
It's
important
not
to tell us now than
urgent,
later.
but it is a threat. Okay, so you know where the slimes were out in front of the school? In that forest? So that pit was exactly what I suspected. It was one of my people who made that hovel. And in there, Cheeto was his name, by the way, was a beetle. And he informed me that there was an ant colony. One of our deepest ant colonies was wiped out by a intelligent and incredibly variable species. A swarm of them. Now here's the problem. To wipe out that many, that quickly, and I'm going to add, our communications are probably on levels unlike any of the other nations, so to have them wiped out that quickly is worrying. Especially because if that colony is that deep, you have to bear in mind that we have ants sizes that tent to that tent.
What?
Big ant.
And they wipe those out.
Like both, or just an entire?
There will be ants that would have been the size of that tent to that tent, and whatever it was that defeated the ant colony defeated ants that big. And there would have been all sorts of varying ones.
Oh.
The only thing that
this
can
big
give me something
to
of
that
that
big.
size is something at home.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there's some freaky
here's
stuff outside this barrier.
But there's here's the worst part of the news. Well, for you guys anyway. For me, it's just all horrible. But it's located northeast. In other words, right on the path to Fallbrook.
Ah, great. Ah, fucking great.
We don't know anything about these creatures, apparently. So, I'm gonna be sending a character artist to them. We're gonna get what info that we can, but please do not interact with the beetle. They will assume that you're a spy if you don't have my passphrase.
Understand.
Understood.
Cool.
I mean, I didn't know we were allowed to
If you
even
do
go
want to
out there
talk-
to begin with.
Same. And so we were
People
allowed
have
only
done
within
crazier
reason.
stuff.
Valid. Alright, thank you for telling us, baby, now.
You're welcome. I believe in a new era where we actually tell each other things. Whee!
A new
I've
era?
been trying to do that for years. There goes my concentration.
I'm sorry.
What?
Anyways,
Are we all doing fancy stuff right
as
now?
I was saying, figuring things out. Doing that mental image training kind of thing.
Like, trying to picture a fish because fish are yummy?
Something like that. Good mental stimulation can help you focus on the things you want to bring forth or bring to life through magic. Like when you want to keep someone safe. Or make things comfortable. You visualize what you think would do that the best. And it helps you make it come to life, so to speak.
What are you trying to do? Leanne?
Sorry. I was thinking too much. I was trying to go back to it. Sorry. You'll be a weapon. That's the form I'm thinking. Though I have been dealing with axes most of my life. Ever since I got into this academy, I have been so much fond of swords.
Okay, so what, like a great sword? Because you seem to be a fan of large weapons.
Something that can compare to my strength. So, probably yes.
You've always been the two-hander type of guy, so it would make sense. Something sturdy, something heavy, so that way you can have some weight behind your swings. If you're
Something I can
trying to
also
work.
use.
Do you want it to represent you, or do you want it to represent your ice? or both, to show that you are... Ooh. Yep, where'd you go? There it is. Maybe something that can represent you and the ice, showing that you are working together with it.
Maybe both in conjunction, representing what I want to protect.
Maybe have it envision a symbol of your homeland, showing that your ice can protect your home.
If it will be possible, I will definitely love that. Muslim right now, ever since the last time the king of Israel, Augustus, whatever, came in here, speaks so ill of my power in this sense. Ever since then, I feel like I've been wanting to prove him wrong.
Okay, then prove him wrong.
Over and over. One specific phrase, over and over, and it's been in unison in my head. Are you in control?
I guess if what you said is this power can take your life, I guess that might be what he means, is are you in control of it or will you let it take your life? Strong power is great, but when the cost is killing yourself, and it's not so much of a power if you can't continue using it for what you believe you should use it for. That might be what he meant. I know up north, you know, they're all about strength and everything, but, you know, killing yourself to gain that strength, well, you're not really around to show that power anymore, are you?
No, it's always a way to just like leave a mark, I guess. Everyone's so obsessed on leaving a mark. Even myself, I want to make a name out of myself. I just don't want to be sitting here and be like, he died being a fool, trying to prove everyone wrong. Well, he was wrong.
Right. I might not have that, you know, super heavy North mentality, but I do know the idea some people is like, yeah, you might be more powerful than me, but, you know, if all that power kills you, I'm the one that won, because you're not around anymore.
Yeah.
And that would be a fool's power.
That was the last thing I want to be.
So, don't be the fool. Which, I never seen you as one to begin with. But if he thinks you're a fool for using it, then prove him there's a way to do it right. Don't let it go wild. I know you're probably already doing everything I'm already saying, is trying to focus on it, control it. But like you said, if you need a shape, start. That's why I asked about, you know, what you do once you're home, what you do to protect what you view on what you want to keep at home. if there's a sword, I don't know. Has there ever been a sword from your homeland that you would view as a symbol? Maybe think on that.
Maybe I can do a little bit of search on that, yeah. I know for sure I've been trying to work with Cassidy involving making a sword to improve myself with evocation. Even that's literally what I told Professor K.
Well,
that's why we got the
when
mana
you-
skill in the end of it. But we're just still missing the focus, which Cassie was gonna deal with on a later lesson.
Gotcha. Well, if you have something that might help you focus, once you have that weapon made, does your hometown have like a symbol? Like an emblem? That says like, because you're from Strumble, right?
That's the academy, Shumball.
Oh, this academy.
No,
That's the academy.
Yeah. No, I come from far up.
Oh, okay, even further
it's
up.
Yeah, I'm from Astrocold.
Astrocold, okay.
We got access thanks to Shumball, but no, I live in a village in the mountains.
Okay.
We
Well,
named it the Alptoms.
a suggestion to help you always remember what you're fighting for is if you guys have like a banner or something that you have to symbolize your home, put that on the weapon. That way, whenever you're holding it, if you ever look at it for focus, you'll always remember what your power is being used for.
That can work. Thank you, Gavin.
No problem. It's why I have my armor. I got it from up north. Made there to always remember when I go into a fight, I'm trying to honor them.
I see.
Since I'm still kind of new to using a lot of magic and stuff, but what I like to do is I go up to the graveyard sometimes and talk to our friends up there. And it helps me focus.
Helps you remember the reasons why you fight.
And it's nice
I'm sure there's several people
talking to them.
I should probably do the same. Feel dumb that I haven't even approached in so long.
To be fair, there's a lot of people that haven't. Everyone has their own focuses right now. A lot of us are preparing to go to Fallbrook, so I'm sure a lot of people have their own methods and thought processes of how they need to get better.
Vargas sounds scary.
It does. It definitely will be something completely different from what we have dealt in Caratan or Fortune Bay or even Avagua.
I'm gonna be hated with an absolute passion up there.
Why's that?
What do you mean, why's that, Hoshi?
I'm up,
What
Hoshi. We're going to a place up in the close to the Darklands, unless we're going actually in. That is about vampires and I think werewolves as well. Yeah, vampires, werewolves, probably some human towns too. Human towns will probably be happy I'm there. Everything else will probably hate me.
But the vampires we know are really nice. Like Victor
That's because we
and Chipz.
work alongside them. Yes. But we're going into a place that Victor and Chipz both know that I will not strike out at them with my light magic unless they tell me to. Like Victor when he says, I want to fight you, Gavin, to see how well I can take a paladin's strike. We're going into a land where the people that raised me originally crusaded in that area to help push them back. I am literally the opposite nature of them because my powers can severely hurt them or kill them.
Oh, so they'd be, I guess they'd be scared of you?
I would be scared or would view me as a threat that needs to be watched.
Oh. I see.
I was raised differently than the old-time paladins, since that's why I was sent here, is because I have an open mind. So I don't just see vampires as vampires, I see them as just a different culture. So I didn't, when I saw Victor go, vampire, and instantly try and hit him.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a beacon over there. Vampires don't like him. Especially because of his magic.
That's also why I asked about if we ever ran into those things they talked about. Is like, I know vampires are fast. If this is a giant feral one, that's probably really fucking fast. What do I do if it already sees me? And he's like,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I can't outrun them. There's no way I'm outrunning them.
I think many of us will. And we know that whenever we're going to encounter one, we're going to have one or two enthusiasts trying to take it down.
As I said, to fight one, you'd need several squads. That's why my brain is like, well, if it already spots us, I already know my duty is going to be, I'm going to have to be using all of my magic to try and keep it away from us so people can run and get help.
I mean, it's not just going to be a you effort. You have lots.
Oh, I know.
You have arbor, but I understand what you mean.
Will there...
I say I'm saying defensive magic. They don't have so much magic that they can put up to protect people. Hell, I'm still trying to figure out how to enlarge my shield magic further.
Will they be like the people in
You have your little...
Omaha?
Inquisition?
The people in town?
The ones that just didn't like anyone unless you were human? It's very possible they could be that way. I'm not going to say they are because I've never been in a vampire-cultured city. But it is possible that anyone outside of their city or from their culture they would probably not be at ease with. It's possible. But I'm taking information based off of like probably old information or stories.
I'll stick
You
close
would
to
have to
Chipz
probably
then.
ask. Yeah, it'd be a Chipz or Victor question.
Absolutely.
On how they view outside cultures.
Alright. I'm gonna try to get some food because we have been here for quite a while.
Oh god, yeah, it is late.
And food sounds good. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you for the talk, by the way. That helped me.
Oh, I'm glad I was able to help somewhat.
Let's all get some food. It's very late.
Yes, food sounds amazing right now.
I had corn.
Not fish?
I wanted to try something new.
That's good.
Giving variation to food isn't bad.
Fish is still the best, though.
I assumed.
Why not corn with fish?
Would that taste good?
That sounds amazing.
Okay.
Put mayo on your corn.
Mayo. Did you guys see the big pigeon?
Cheese. I did.
The big what?
Pigeon.
The giant pigeon. They were trying to enlarge something in there, and a pigeon flew in as they were casting the enlarge spell on the circle. So the pigeon got giantified.
Oh, and they made Darth
Stars
small.
grabbed it and put it back into the circle and shrunk it. I think they shrunk it back.
I mean, they shrunk Darth too.
Went on a run with Dars to help him kind of practice trying to learn how to channel his magic while moving. Did pretty good.
That's good. Morning, afternoon, night, whatever time. Yes.
Learned that he puts a kind of a beat in his head to imagine how his magic flows.
That's good. He really needs to step up on the speed for that. But really getting close to the mission.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if we can go on. Oh, there's that apple. That's what they were trying to enlarge, and the pigeon flew in.
Yeah, what is his current payment?
It was magic. That's not an apple. It's a single apple.
It was 3 gold. Do you not remember?
Oh,
No,
6 gold.
You don't? Oh no, it was definitely one gold for sure. I was just
Well,
kidding.
too bad your word has now been put on the record for all to see, so now it is 6.
Yeah.
6 gold.
Because it was 3, so
yeah.
it doubled. And
Yep.
Corn.
It, 6.
You got it. 6.
Per advertisement
6.
Spot on the
Alright.
It's okay. He's just enjoying it. He's just eating it. It's okay, Jay.
You drive a shrewd business. But if you come through on your end, I will pay.
6, and I'll give you one back for one of the bottles every day.
Wouldn't you be doing that anyways with the machine?
I wasn't planning on it. Your stuff is kind of disgusting.
Oh,
What?
Wait, machine? What? Wait, what do
You
what do
still
mean
haven't
this
tried
machine?
the orange juice flavored?
It smells weird.
What you got in them oranges, Chipz?
Bashing on his
What you got in them oranges?
Okay. What was that?
The diet? Are we talking
said, what
about
you got in
the
them
diluted
oranges?
orange?
Oh, he's not as rude as Claire. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was kind of uncomfortably long.
A deal has been struck.
It has been.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding 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 ding.
What do you? What is it? What
I am
exactly
now
do you
curious.
Put in your orange stuff.
It's it's very common. It's what you'd see in everyone else's orange juice. You know, where do you think I got my ideas for the formula?
Just fresh squeezed orange juice.
Orange water and sugar.
Drugs.
I mean, let me tell you, have you ever wondered and, walked into, say, your local market and you pass by Bob, who's selling his orange juice, and then you go meet Steve, who's selling his orange juice, and then they're packaged, like, with this, like, wonderful advertisements catering specifically to you and or her. But the branding says different names, like OJ Superior or OJ Plus. Which one do you
Good night.
You do a blind taste test and you decide.
Good night, Hoshi.
You decide which orange juice is better by a blind taste test.
She was not happy with the Big Apple. She was not happy with the Big Apple. She's not having it. I'm scared.
Where is everyone tonight? Or, where is everyone tonight? I thought I would encounter one person on the way back. Okay, I gotta get going. Good night, Chan. I think I made the dead zone bigger, so I'm not turning so much. Yeah, it feels a lot better.
Did my legs shrink? I knew Alaska Airlines Premium.
Oh my goodness. Alright, I'll send you guys to ZX Alpha. A friend of mine that plays Destiny 2. They're really good at Destiny. Good night, everybody.